Imagine a contest of strength. A human versus a chimpanzee. The chimp, though smaller, is vastly stronger. Against a gorilla we wouldn't stand a chance. In the animal kingdom we're weak. No claws, no fangs, thin skin, slow runners and clumsy climbers. So how did such a frail creature come to dominate the planet? We've built cities, tamed rivers, and even walked on the moon. No other species has achieved such global supremacy. The answer isn't in our muscles. If evolution was an arm wrestling contest, we'd have lost. Our story is about a trade-off. We sacrificed brawn for brains. This gamble gave us a new kind of strength, intelligence. Our ancestors weren't the heroes of the savannah. They were the underdogs, often hunted, rarely hunters. But it was the revolution inside their skulls that changed everything. Intelligence became our ultimate weapon, allowing us to outsmart and outperform every other creature. Our journey to the top wasn't quick or easy. It was a slow, precarious climb. The secret to our success wasn't strength, but the ability to think, plan, and adapt. In the end, it was our minds, not our muscles, that made us rulers of the earth. The frail ape became the master, not by force, but by outthinking the competition. Evolution doesn't always favor the biggest or strongest. It rewards adaptability. Our ancestors didn't grow bigger muscles or sharper teeth. They bet on bigger brains. This was risky. A large brain is energy-hungry and makes childbirth dangerous. While other animals perfected physical tools, we invested in neural hardware. As our brains grew, our bodies lost strength, but our hands became free and dexterous. Upright posture let us carry food, tools, and babies, and manipulate objects with precision. Tool use and brain growth fueled each other, creating a feedback loop of innovation. We became the thinking ape, able to adapt not just over millennia but within a single lifetime. Unlike animals specialized for one environment, we adapted our minds to conquer any environment. Clothing, shelters, and hunting techniques let us thrive from deserts to tundras. We traded specialized strength for general intelligence, and it paid off. Our potential to innovate became our greatest asset. The gamble on intelligence made us the most adaptable species on Earth. Evolution's risky bet on brains, not brawn, changed the fate of our lineage forever. The human brain is a marvel, but it's costly, using 25% of our resting energy compared to 8% in other apes. To fuel this organ, our ancestors needed more high-energy food, pushing them toward new diets. This energy demand meant less muscle and more vulnerability. Childbirth became riskier, as big brains and upright walking created a dangerous compromise. Over millions of years, our brains tripled in size, unlocking new abilities. We could think abstractly, plan ahead, and understand complex social relationships. Most importantly, we learned to use and create symbols, language, art, and culture. Unlike chimps, we didn't just use tools. We taught, improved, and imagined new ones. Our brains could store and process vast information, fueling creativity and innovation. But this came at a price. We had to become the most resourceful hunters and gatherers to survive. The big brain was a risky investment, but it paid off in ways no other animal could match. How did we afford our brain's energy bill? 2 innovations: hunting and cooking. Meat provided dense calories and nutrients, fueling brain growth. Hunting demanded cooperation, planning, and tool use, further stimulating intelligence. But cooking was the real game changer. Fire broke down food, making it easier to digest and unlocking more energy. Smaller guts and jaws meant more energy for our brains and room for skull expansion. Cooking made more foods edible and safe, broadening our diet and resilience. Our faces flattened, teeth shrank, and brains grew. The kitchen became the engine of our intellectual explosion. Better nutrition led to bigger brains, which led to better tools and hunting, creating a feedback loop. From scavengers, we became apex predators, armed with fire, tools, and intelligence. Our physical weakness became the spark for our greatest strength innovation. Lacking claws or thick hides, we made tools, extensions of our hands and minds. The first sharpened stone was a revolution, a manufactured fang more versatile than nature's. Unlike slow genetic evolution, technological change could happen in a single generation. We adapted to new challenges by inventing, not evolving. Mammoths fell to coordinated humans with spears and strategy. Each invention became a platform for the next spear to spear thrower, hand axe to toolkit. Our history is a story of tool-making, from stone choppers to smartphones, cities, clothes, airplanes, all tools overcoming our biological limits. We didn't need to be strong or fast. We could create strength and speed. Our minds, expressed through our hands, became the ultimate survival kit. Innovation let us step outside the evolutionary arms race. We became the species that solves problems by creating things. Tools overcame our physical limits, but language unlocked our ability to cooperate on a massive scale. Other animals communicate, but human language is uniquely flexible and creative. We can share information, imagine futures, and talk about things that don't exist. This lets us create shared myths, stories about gods, nations, and rights that bind huge groups together. Chimpanzee groups are limited by personal bonds. Humans broke that ceiling with language. Shared stories let us feel connected to thousands, even millions of strangers. This is the glue of large, stable societies. Language turned humanity into a networked supercomputer. One human isn't much smarter than a chimp, but a group of humans, connected by language, is unstoppable. Knowledge could be pooled, refined, and passed down, creating collective intelligence. Our power came not from individual brains, but from the network of minds linked by language. Stories, warnings, and techniques spread, making us more than the sum of our parts. Our final superpower is the ability to cooperate flexibly with strangers, thanks to shared myths. Bees and ants cooperate in huge numbers, but only in rigid, programmed ways. Apes cooperate flexibly, but only with those they know. Only humans combine both. Flexible cooperation with countless strangers. Cities, corporations, and nations exist because we trust shared fictions like money and laws. A rupee note is just paper, but we all believe in its value. This trust lets strangers build, trade, and create together on a massive scale. Scientists collaborate across continents, citizens fund public works, armies unite for causes. Our web of cooperation is what makes human society powerful and resilient. The frail ape conquered the world not with fists, but with ideas. Our journey was powered by brains, tools, language, and mass cooperation. We are the only species that can unite millions around a common goal, but this power is double-edged, capable of building wonders or causing destruction. Our future depends on how we wield it.